Welcome back, fellow mobile gaming fanatics. It is MyTyme here. This is WWE Supercard, and I'm calling this episode 10. Now we have finished the event. Let me click on play. I only went up to Kane. Now, I'm scroll down. Yeah, I think I 2 points into Undertaker. I didn't have enough time, so I stopped on the Kane. Getting Kane was my objective. I never got the other Undertaker, so he was never going to be a pro, and in the long term he was not going to do much to my deck because I can't pro him, so I didn't worry about that. I only really played on Sunday, and I was quite happy to get Kane. Now the good news from it was I did plus 5s, plus 10s, as you will, all the way up, all the way through legendaries, all the way through the autumn card. I hit Kane, and I think at 47 points I lost my first match. I dropped down to the plus 6s. But then even when I was doing the plus 6s, I noticed some plus 10s or plus 5s that I thought I could do. So I went and done them. And at 100 points plus, I was doing them again and winning them. So, I was doing them again at 130 points into him, 150 points into him. So if I had known that from earlier on, and I possibly would have tried to have got the Undertaker card anyway and just done it through plus 2s. But it wasn't until we hit the very end of Kane. I even finished Kane the last little bit on plus 6s, just because the odd plus 10 was like win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. So I just got it over and done with. So that was kind of good news. On the second note, my Survivor King of the Ring come to the end. Quarterfinals. Here, I lost 5-0, as you can see. I wasn't even energised, so it was no big surprise. I looked at the guys' team, and I thought, I'm just getting lost anyway. Look, they're all pros, event card, pro, event, pro, event, pro, event, pro, event, pro. So I was like, yeah, great, it's over. However, game 2, I won 3-2. Now, I changed my tag around. Rather than us both running the Nikki Bellas as solos, and then it just being down to whoever either procs or has the support, or, however we leveled up our cards, I decided to move them and make my tag better. So I guaranteed to lose the single, but I might lose it anyway, but I'm guaranteed to win the women's tag. And lo and behold, it worked. So the tag come out, which put me 1-0 up. Then it picked my Bret Hart this time, which will beat any of these legendary cards, even the pros, because even event ones, because my Bret Hart Survivor, he isn't fully maxed out. He's stronger than I want him to be, because when I fed a card into it, brought him up to level 19 when I thought he might have only got into about 15. But I'm leaving those other levels for the moment, so he can be used in King of the Rings without boosting my deck too much, and in exhibition. So I've got a really itchy nose. I'm just gonna itch it and get rid of it. Didn't work, still itches. Okay, yeah. So that got me to 2-0. And then if we look, Triple H is exactly the same card. He has only won because for whatever reason, he obviously has more speed. Obviously, he isn't even fully energized as Triple H. So, his card just has more speed, so he won there. Never going to win this game, so it's 2-2. And in the third game, I've won from using the boost and obviously my proc. My proc in Charisma is going to make my Charisma beat Ryback's, even though he is a legendary event card. His toughness would have been better than mine, but adding the 75 bonus puts him at about, what was it? I think it's about 1521, so he's probably about 1596. So without Ryback procking, yes, Ryback is going to be more, but obviously I've then procced in the Charisma, so that was a 3-2 win. And on that same kind of note, I left the team for the fourth game. It's energized, and it just hasn't worked in my favour. So I needed all the games to really work in my favour, like just then. Single Diva's no good, Tag Team Diva's good for 1-1, but then that tag I've not got any chance unless both my players proc. And even in this case, they don't proc in toughness. Daniel Bryan would proc in speed though, but not winning that. Down here, I could have won this. Because my Bret Hart has procced, and his Taker is probably fully leveled. If he hasn't fully leveled his Taker, then I could have won this, because if I had fully leveled my, not in this go, but if I had fully leveled my Bret Hart and he proc in power, then he could possibly have beaten his Undertaker, especially if he wasn't fully leveled. But if he was fully leveled, then I was never winning it. and the last game again I needed procs to win. So that was it. That was me out in the quarters. Can't wait. And I end up with a legendary card. So we go through the game, and DJ Kobe were by far the strongest two people in here. So I just wanted to try and get to the semis, and DJ Kobe won overall. And you know, good luck to you guys. But still not getting a Survivor card. Still not got a Survivor pull out of the just playing the game, or a legendary pull since I got that rock. So I'm really after Survivor pull. Played all these events recently, been coming out of the game, going back in, because I'm in legendary tier, not in Survivor tier, so I don't mess up that reset. I am close though. Let me claim this reward. I am close to my tier reward. Well, that would have been good if I hadn't just got him from Road to Glory. So I just got him from Road to Glories to make a pro round in. I got another one. So yeah, my deck is now full of lots of legendary cards. We just need to get some Survivor cards. So if I just click here on Exhibition and click on the ladder, as you can see, I'm currently training up these two Dean Ambroses. And the tactic here, just if anyone is interested, is I have my Bret Hart, which in a low end of Survivor, as you can see, he's not fully maxed out. Most of his stats will have been done now, but I haven't put the tokens on, and he's still got a bit more to go. So he pretty much wins at every match because he beats all the legendary event cards, and there's not many people with a Survivor Pro at the bottom level of Survivor tier, so I can play most people I play against. He's pretty much guaranteed win. Nikki Bella and Cameron as well, they win the majority of the tag team matches. Nikki Bella obviously wins the majority of the solos unless she's up against another Nikki Bella, which means that hopefully I get one match which I can throw in either of my Dean Ambroses, or I get a tag match and I put them both in, because obviously The Rock and Brett will be a compatible tag if I get a tag team as well, so that tends to win. So I win more than I lose training up cards like this. So this is my tactic. You might have your own way. Obviously it was harder to do when I didn't have such a good Diva, because I need to keep myself in Survivor tier, because I want to take all my pulls off of the Survivor board. So this is the way I tend to do it. I don't train up these cards. I did actually. Was this one I didn't train up? Oh, I did train up. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I trained them up to try and keep them into the Survivor tier. Normally I just put them in without the tokens, but just to make sure I stay in Survivor tier, I trained them up a bit, slipped the tokens on, and took it from there. So we have, what's that, nearly 7,000 wins, one off of that. Let's go ladder rewards. It's about 8,849. So once I get to getting my ladder reward, which will be my next Survivor card, unless I get a pull in the next 150 games, which would be awesome, then I will put that back on here. So that's going to be done during the week. I might just play one game now to kind of show you what I would normally do. So we will play Daniel Burr. And yeah, so that bit of Christmas coming up. I wonder if they're going to have a special. It's going to probably be PCC next. I don't know who they're going to put out for Christmas, Camp, New Year. They're probably going to go for something good. You know, got to be good people, like people that will encourage people to play the game. You know, event cards that will be like, yeah, I want that event card. So I can't see it being, you know, like Dudley's and something else, you know, anything like that. It's got to be top tier cards. But yeah, this is the tactic here. So throw these to him. They lose, no problem. Solo match power. Now I could use the rocks. You could proc in it, but we'll use. See, could use the rock anyway, but we'll use Brett and hope it's a Diva for the last one, because that should mean a guaranteed win. And there we go. So I managed to train 2 cards in that go and still win the game. So I'll get my 2 picks. If I do manage to get a Survivor pick here, then, you know, but we're not going to hope for too much. 2 picks done, and we are done. So anyway, I've been MyTyme. Thank you for watching. That was just a quick update. If you've got any questions, tell me down below, and I'll see you all soon.